Every part of this log cabin build has been exciting, but one of the more exciting parts for me is seeing the chinking done in between the logs. And because I've never seen it done, I've always seen it, but never seen it done. And for those of you that have ever visited an Airbnb or vacationed in a log cabin home or even live in a log cabin home and didn't know the process, well, I'm going to kind of take you through it and show you what Gary's doing here at at our log cabin in the mountains of North Carolina. So we've got the kitchen ready with the chinking, but before you put the chinking on, this is what it looks like. You've got the logs, and then what separates the logs is a chinking board, just a piece of plywood back here, cut to a certain width and installed in between it, and on the outside the same thing. In the middle, in between it, you've got insulation. So that's what it looks like before chinking. And what is the chinking? It is a mortar mix. In this case, we're using log jam. And it looks just like a mortar mix, just like cement. But when it dries, it has kind of a rubbery feel to it. Yeah, kind of sounds rubbery and feels rubbery. And Gary's doing one of the bedrooms now, so we'll walk back there. He did the guest bedroom yesterday, and this is what the results of that looks like, the final product. Gary Creech, what are you doing in here?
Doing a little bit of stinking chinking.
A little bit of stinking chinking.
Yep.
So he's taking the mortar mix with his putty knife, and he's sliding it on. Is it an easy process?
No.
What's one of the biggest challenges of the process?
Getting it like you want it.
Getting it like I want it, or like you want it?
Like I want it.
Get it like you want it, yeah.
Get it to your expectations.
Uh-huh.
What you want it to look like.
Yeah. I know in a lot of the other log cabins that we've seen, or that you've seen on YouTube, they're done a lot of different ways. Well, this is the way that Gary does his, and this is not his first log cabin. This is what, maybe your third, fourth log cabin you've done?
Something like that.
Something like that. So that's the process, and that's how the chinking is done. And I know beforehand I thought it was cement like all the way through. I had no idea this was how it's done. And like I said, this is just our process, but there are other ways to do chinking in a log cabin, and I've seen some of those on YouTube where they do take the mortar mix, mix it in like cement, and put it on. There's a strip, isn't it, Gary? A strip.
Some people put the wire mesh behind it, and that's what the concrete goes in that mesh.
And why aren't you having to use the mesh?
Because I'm using log jam.
Log jam.
Comes in 5-gallon buckets, and it's flexible. This material here, when the logs move, it'll move with it. It won't crack and get gaps in it and that type of stuff.
Okay, that's good to know.
Very flexible.
I gotcha. All right, well, thanks for sharing your expertise, and thank you for doing all the hard work. We've got this wall to go in the master bedroom, and he's still working on that wall. And then we'll have the wall, we've got a short wall in the
And if anybody out there,
master bathroom.
if anybody out there needs their log cabin chinked, we're willing to come chink it for them. But it will be at a price.
It will be at a price.
It will be at a price.
And why do you say that? Is it hard work, Gary Creech?
It's a hard work.
It is very hard work. He was exhausted yesterday, I can tell you that.
Just to clean up, cleaning your tools and cleaning everything up is a job. Not to mention doing the work.
Right. He did let me help a little bit. I did a bottom piece in the kitchen and a bottom piece in the guest bedroom. Thank you. Okay. Tape on the bottom of my shoe. And then we also have a short wall in the guest bathroom and one in the utility. Oh, and I forgot, we've got the whole living room to do too, but that's only 2 walls. So it's really coming together. It's really starting to look like a log cabin. And so just stay tuned for whatever is next on this log cabin build in the beautiful mountains of Ashe County, North Carolina.